today I'm going to be doing a how do I contour video, and the palette that I use is from Cranbrush UK, and it is a 10 colour concealer palette which they market as a concealer slash contour palette. It comes with a range of different concealers and perfect for contouring because you've got really dark shades and obviously the really lighter shades as well. So this can be found on the Cranbrush UK website, which I will link down below, and there's a lot of other good palettes there as well if you're interested. So that is the outer packaging. So this is what the palette looks like. It comes in a plain black cheap plastic case, but it is a budget buy, not one of the more expensive brands, but a really good buy. And there's no mirror, which is the only downside I think to this palette, and it does get quite messy as well. So that is what the inside of the palette looks like. Now I tend to use the dark 3 shades over here for the darkest shade for contouring, and the lighter 2 shades for the lighter bit. On my face currently I am wearing the Urban Decay Naked Foundation in 7.0, and I absolutely love this shade and love this foundation. It's really good. I find it's not as full coverage and I have to apply a lot to get a good coverage, but maybe I just have a lot of blemishes on my skin. But I would really recommend at least trying out a little sample of this foundation because it's absolutely amazing. And I use it with the optical blurring brush, which they recommend to pair these together. That is all I have on my face right now, and before I start contouring, I am gonna just use a bit of concealer. You don't have to, but I'm just gonna use a bit of concealer because I've got quite dark under eye circles at the moment. To apply the cream concealers, I'm just gonna use my fingers. You can use a brush if you want. Let's get started. So that is how I contour using the Crown Brush concealer palette. I'm quite happy with the result because it looks quite natural. It doesn't look like I'm wearing a ton of makeup, which I am. It looks, you know, still quite sheer. You can see some of my blemishes below. I do have quite a lot of blemishes, and I deliberately didn't use concealer to cover them up because I wanted to show you that it can be quite natural and quite sheer, as well as applying it with more of a heavy hand to completely cover up everything. Usually to finish off I would apply a bit of bronzer. Currently, well, for quite a while now, I'm absolutely loving the Nars Gina bronzer and highlighter duo, which is my absolute favourite of all time. Back to the palette, I'm very happy with it. A really good budget buy, and as you can see, it's quite easy to use. You can use your fingers, use a brush if you want. At the end I just used a beauty blender brush from Beauty Bay. There's plenty of these around. So that was how I contour. Thank you for watching. See you next time. Bye.